Emily got a call from her mom asking for some orange chicken. Her husband called at exactly the same time, just when Emily, of course, was busy. "Fine, James, I don't have time right now, I'll drop it off later." Naturally, by evening, Emily had completely forgotten. At home, she was greeted by a visibly annoyed husband. "Emily, how could you forget?" "Forget what?" "My mom's request. I called you early on purpose so you'd have time to pick it up. And as usual, you didn't. You can't be trusted with anything. You're so irresponsible." Emily sighed. All she wanted right now was a shower and to collapse onto the bed. But she knew her husband would now nag and reproach her until midnight. Without saying a word, she grabbed her keys from the shelf, turned around, and left the apartment. At least the supermarket wasn't crowded. She bought what was needed quickly. His mother didn't open the door for quite a while. When Emily's patience was wearing thin, the door finally creaked open. "Emily, why so late?" "I was already relaxing." "I brought you what you asked for," Emily replied, handing her the bag. His mother glanced inside and shook her head. "Oh, I changed my mind. Didn't James tell you?" Emily cursed inwardly. "Then enjoy your evening. Good night." Balancing the chicken, she returned home. She tossed the bag at her husband. "What's this?" "It's what you are going to get up and cook. I didn't drive across half the city in the middle of the night for nothing. I'm not cooking anything. I'm tired. It's been a long day." "Oh, really? And I guess I'm not tired?" "James, I've been on my feet for 24 hours. I took your mother's calls, went shopping for her, and listened to your complaints. The least you can do is bake this damn chicken." But her words had no effect. James shrugged and went back into the living room to lie down in front of the TV. Emily sat in silence, wondering at what point her life had gone off track. She had been born into an ordinary family, her mom a teacher, her dad a welder. A simple, average household. They lived peacefully, never chasing grand dreams. There was a grandmother who helped the kids with her pension, and a grandfather who, as far back as Emily could remember, was bedridden and speechless. Her grandfather passed away when she was 14. After that, her grandmother moved in and shared a room with Emily. At first, Emily wasn't thrilled by this new roommate, but over time, she grew used to it. Her grandmother had countless stories and was happy to share them, along with helpful advice that often guided Emily through life. But time took its toll. When Emily turned 19, her grandmother also passed away quietly in her sleep. She left behind warm memories, a savings account, and the apartment that went to Emily. Emily moved in as soon as the paperwork was done. Her parents worried about her living alone, but she had always been independent and actually enjoyed the adult life. School came easily, her grades were strong. She chose a profitable career and landed a job immediately after graduation. Things went incredibly well. After just a year, she was promoted, and eventually she held a leadership role. Marriage wasn't on her mind, she was too busy living. There were a few short romances, but none led anywhere. Then one day, a delegation visited her company, and by chance, Emily ran into her former college classmate. One thing led to another, and they were soon having dinner together. James charmed her with his upbeat personality. He said he was still single, living with his mom but planning to buy his own place. He didn't work in his field but didn't mind, he liked what he did. They started seeing each other more: movies, walks, even fishing trips, which James adored. Over time, they grew closer. One day, they simply decided to marry, to never be apart again. Wearing her white dress, Emily felt like the happiest woman alive, unaware of what the future held. The first year was blissful. A honeymoon by the sea, cozy evenings, passionate nights full of love. Reality snuck in slowly. One day, James mentioned that his mother had asked for a small favor. That was the beginning. Emily found herself living between two homes. She rushed to his mother's side whenever she was needed and followed requests usually passed on by James. His mom was genuinely grateful at first, and Emily was glad to help. She thought their relationship was good. But soon the requests came more frequently, and they stopped sounding like requests at all, more like demands. No more gratitude. Emily realized she was being taken advantage of. Then James lost his job and stayed home. Emily supported him, not blaming him. She understood it wasn't by choice. She even felt hopeful. Now he could help his mother himself. But nothing changed. The constant criticism and demands became the norm. Emily felt something had gone wrong, but didn't know how or where to fix it. The situation only worsened. James wasn't looking for work. He sat at home, enjoying peace and quiet while Emily ran herself ragged to keep everything together. And one day she simply stopped. Maybe it was the chicken. Or maybe she was just done pretending to be the man of the house. But Emily had made up her mind. She had had enough. That Saturday she stayed home. She decided to treat herself to homemade pizza. After visiting the market and a few stores, she turned up the music and danced around the kitchen. Already anticipating how delicious it would be, James sat in the bedroom with his laptop playing some game. Emily tried to appeal to his conscience and ask for help, but he refused rudely, and they ended up arguing. Emily couldn't hold back and reproached her husband, accusing James of taking the female role in the house. In response, James accused Emily of not giving him enough support and not noticing that he was depressed because of losing his job. Trying to distract herself from negative thoughts, she started cooking. When everything was almost ready, James came into the kitchen. He hugged his wife. "Sorry, let's not argue over such small things. I promise I'll find a job soon, and it'll be easier for you." Not wanting to spoil the evening by sorting things out, Emily nodded. At that moment, the doorbell rang. She looked at James surprised, but he lowered his eyes, so she had to open the door herself. Standing on the doorstep was his mother. Emily was very surprised because she hadn't visited them before. "Hello, come in. Is James home?" "I'm here, Mom." James appeared behind her, and Emily hurried to the kitchen, afraid the pizza would burn. Carrying the tray with the aromatic dish, Emily was about to shout and call everyone to the table, but her words caught in her throat when she heard his mother's voice. "Dear son, I know your wife got her paycheck yesterday. You promised me a new sofa. I thought it over and decided to choose it myself. Just give me the money. The more the better, so I can pay the movers and delivery." Emily left the kitchen, unable to believe her ears. "How did you assume I got paid?" Emily asked, frowning. "Well, James told me and promised that this time he'd definitely buy me a new sofa." "James, huh? Doesn't your James want to earn for the sofa before making such promises?" James flared up. "Emily, what are you starting? Are you stingy? And what, I'm supposed to be happy about this? What's wrong? Mom isn't a stranger. She has a bad back, high blood pressure. You must help her." Emily's mouth opened in shock at such blatant audacity. "I must? May I ask why?" "That's your mother. Maybe you owe her something, but I definitely don't. I've supported her for years already and fulfilled her endless ridiculous requests." "Emily, where's your tact?" His mother tried to admonish the daughter-in-law, but Emily quickly put her in her place. "My tact doesn't apply to freeloaders and idlers. I'm no longer going to quietly fulfill your wishes. Enough. You know what? I'm even glad you came. I couldn't decide before, but now I think it's long overdue. James, pack your things. Your mom can help you out. You have an hour. Otherwise, I'll throw you out the window." Time started ticking. James and his mother began yelling at her in turn, but Emily was unmoved. Her patience snapped. The point of no return was reached. Emily said firmly, 30 minutes. If you don't calm down, I won't even give you that much time. This is my apartment, and I will personally throw you out if you don't leave willingly." Closing the door behind James and his mother, who cursed as they left her home, Emily sighed. She was exhausted. She leaned against the door and stood there for a moment. Her nose caught the scent of the pizza cooling in the kitchen. Pushing off from the door, Emily briskly walked toward the smell, took a beer from the fridge, opened it, and took a big gulp. "Well then, Emily, congratulations on your victory, and your first day as a free woman."